It is okay to be alone, okay? Honestly, you might be better off alone than you are in that relationship, because you can focus all of your time on you and put that person that was in front of you behind you and put yourself first. Like, what's up, you guys? You are back with your girl iRock, and today I'm doing a little chit chat. Today I want to talk about advice I would give to my younger self about relationships. So today I'm going to be talking about a few things. I'm sure this could be a 2-hour video if I list everything I wish I would have told myself about relationships. But it's going to be really quick things I just thought about right now that I would love to tell myself when I was younger, that would make me so much of a better person, or my experiences would have been so much better when I was younger than they were. So make sure you guys stay tuned. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, by the end of this video, I want you guys to comment one thing you would tell your younger self about relationships. So I'm speaking from a girl's perspective. I'm not a guy, so it could totally be different from guys. But let's go ahead and start with number one. The number one thing I would tell my younger self is to not take relationships too serious. Oh my gosh, us girls have that problem. I swear, we get with a guy and literally we are head over heels for that individual. And it's so crazy, but love is so powerful. And us being emotional beings, us women, it's so hard to just like detach the two. So it's like when we fall for somebody, we fall hard. Like we fall, like we ride or die. Like it's so crazy. And I'm speaking from like late teenage to, of course, early 20s. Just don't take the relationship too serious. There's so many relationships that I've been in, and when they were over, I was just so sad and depressed, and I don't know, it was just really crazy. And to be the person that I am now, and then the maturity that I have now, I would definitely tell myself, like, girl, chill out, have fun. That's number one. Have fun in relationships. It's chill. You're dating, you're having fun. It's going to end one day. You're going to meet someone else. You're going to have all those same feelings for them, and that's going to end. And it just keep going. There's so many more guys out there in the sea, and this one guy isn't like, your life isn't over if the relationship is over. So I would tell myself, like, don't take the relationships too serious. Have fun, enjoy it while you have it, but don't think about it as like, I'm gonna marry this guy or we're gonna be together forever, because I guarantee you the guy is not thinking, I want to be with you forever, I don't want to be with any other girl, I don't want to see any other girl. Bruh, they are not thinking that way. They are looking at women, they are visual creatures, and yes, they are gonna be with other girls, especially when you're young. That's what young people do. You get to experience different personalities and be with different type of people. So yeah, just don't take it too serious. Something else I would have loved to tell my younger self is to not fall for the peer pressure. Everyone experiences peer pressure, I'm sure, girl and guys. But as you guys know, a lot of girls experience peer pressure when it comes to a number of things, because we want to impress and we want to make our boyfriend or the person we're with super proud, that we end up doing things that we wouldn't have necessarily done without that person telling us to do it. Without that person like being on our back about it, we would have not done that thing. And I don't know, if sometimes I know, like, in a relationship, it's like, I'll break up with you if you don't do this thing, or I can go get it somewhere else if you don't give it to me. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I would definitely tell my younger self, like, don't be afraid to be single just because you don't want to do something you don't want to do. Honestly, if you don't want to do it, like, literally don't do it. Do things on your terms. You're not really there to please anyone else. That's what I would tell my younger self. Don't fall into peer pressure, because most of the time the person is just trying to take advantage of you anyways, and it honestly is not even for your freaking benefit. It's for their benefit. Put yourself first. Oh my gosh. Us women, we're such givers. Like, it's so freaking crazy, and all we want to do is give so we can receive love. Like, that's our goal. We think the more we give of ourselves, like, the more that there's nothing left of us, they'll give us, you know, a little bit of love. It's so funny, but put yourself first. You don't know how many times that I put myself last. I didn't even consider myself. Like, literally, I did everything that I could to please this person, or, you know, these individuals, make them happy. You know, you want to please them. You don't want them to leave. You're doing everything right. You're being the best girlfriend you can be, and it still falls to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys still end up breaking up, or he still end up cheating anyways. So it's like, it's totally insane. And I would definitely tell my younger self, like, you never want to put someone before yourself. You always put yourself first. That's where us women, we get so caught up in that, okay, life is going good, we have our own identity. As soon as we meet a guy, we get with them, we totally say, forget ourselves, it's only this guy. We don't even have a name anymore. We just say his name when they because it's an us thing. When for the guy, he still has his identity. He still hangs out with his boys. He still plays his, you know, PS4. Like, he still has his own life. But us women, we will disrespect our parents. We will cut ties with our friends. We would stop doing our hobbies, our goals. All that will stop just because we're in a relationship. Don't do it. Do not put yourself last in order to put someone else first, because 9 times out of 10, when that person leaves, because they will leave, when that person leaves, what are you left with? You're left picking up the pieces, honestly, from the ground, because it's like you have to find yourself all over again. Now you're trying to make amends with your parents, or now you're trying to, you know, hit your friends back up, but they're like, bruh, you dissed us for him, don't come back, you know. But hopefully you have friends that will accept you back. But I know so many girls that they don't have friends, they're not cool with their parents, they slacked on their schoolwork, you know, they're calling into work because they're up late, or they're whatever reason having to do with this guy. And it's just like, all you're doing is hurting yourself. When you're putting yourself last, you're hurting yourself. And honestly, it is not worth it. It is not worth it. A guy is not worth it at all. These are not, and honestly, any like order. I'm just basically been thinking about some things, so I decided to do this video. I thought it'd be a really good video, and I would love to watch a video that I could relate with. And if I was younger, that I could totally, you know, take heed from, and hopefully do some things different in my life. Oh my gosh, this is a big one. Buying a guy for love. Oh my gosh, and you guys know what I mean by that. There are so many women that think that if I could just give him everything that he wants, literally everything besides myself, like money, jewelry, you know, or whatever, shoes, that he will see how loyal I am, and he wouldn't want to leave, because if he leaves me, he leaves all the things I can offer him behind. So that is the way that some women secure their spot in a guy's life, or they secure that guy in their life, is by, like, you know, buying them things. And it's like, you can't buy love. You cannot put a price on love. If that guy is only around because you are buying things for him, or he only hits you up when he needs something, or he only hits you up when he needs a ride, but that's your man, but every time your man comes around, he always needs something, honestly, you are just simply getting used. And I would definitely tell my younger self that, like, just don't be blind to the fact that it's like, if someone is constantly needing something from you other than your time, you're getting used. And that's just that. I feel like this, we are too young, even now that I'm a little bit older, but I'm too young now, and I was definitely too old then to be somebody's sugar mama. Like, I'm gonna leave my sugar mama days to when I get like 60, because, like, no, I'm too young and too cute and too smart to be trying to be somebody's sugar mama and buy your love. Like, no, if a guy loves you, he's going to spend time with you. He's going to call you. He's going to want to hang out with you. He's going to want to do things with you. And you don't have to always be giving him something, you know, a tangible item for those things, you know, or rides or anything like that. Because, like, that's not love. And, sweetheart, I'm just saying, he don't love you. Oh, my gosh. This is like a huge one, and this is like 98% of women. I would tell my younger self and a lot of other women, if I had to give us some advice to a young woman in a relationship, it's okay to be single. It is okay to be single. It is okay to be alone, okay? Honestly, you might be better off alone than you are in that relationship, because you can focus all of your time on you and put that person that was in front of you behind you and put yourself first. Like, it's okay to be single. I know so many times we stay in relationships because of the fear of being alone or being single, because for some reason us women feel like we have to be giving someone something and getting something in return in order to feel like we matter or feel like a value. And that's totally not the case. Like, sometimes it's okay to be single. It's okay to just have fun and casually date. There's like a sea of freaking guys that you have at your pick. Because, you know, guys are going to chase, okay? Guys are going to chase no matter what. And guys actually like to chase. It's always that guy where you give your attention to him and he totally ignores you, but the guy that you don't even want is steady like on your freaking bumper. Like, it's so funny. That's how it is. It's like, it's okay to be single. Live life for you. Be free. You don't have to always be in relationships. I know we get out of a relationship, and the second we are out of a relationship and you know it's over, you're out looking for a boyfriend like instantly. Please do not do that. It is never healthy. And honestly, in between relationships, you do need time to yourself, because a relationship can take a lot out of you and take a lot of time, a lot of devotion, and a lot of giving up and sacrificing a lot of things, that it's like you do kind of lose yourself. So you need that time to get back to knowing who you really are. So definitely I would tell my younger self, it is okay to be single. Oh my gosh, this is a big one. Stay away from the bad guys. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy, because you know, in a way, you know they're no good for you, but they have this captivating just this presence when they come in the room. And it's just like, the bad guys do, like, even to this day, like, the bad guys just do something extra for you. Like, I don't know if it's a suspense, or, you know what I'm saying, you don't know, like, sometimes, you know, the good guys can be boring. Like, let's be honest, the good guys can be boring. There's nothing interesting about them at all. But the bad boys, like, they are very interesting. And I would just tell myself, no, don't stay away from the bad boys. I would tell myself, stay away from the bad boys. They are honestly no good for you, and you're gonna do yourself so much more damage than good by getting with them. And also, so bad boys, don't fall for guys, just a guy just because of his appearance. Like, you never want to judge the outside. You definitely want to judge the inside, and like the person's heart, and, you know, their mind and everything else other than the outside. Also, the popular guy, that's another thing. I know a lot of girls like to like guys that a lot of girls like, or just the guy that's most fitted or whatever like that, or the guy that's super fly, or the guy that's, you know, the athlete and things like that. I know that we like to, I'm not saying we, I'm talking about you and I. I'm gonna go ahead and join you on in this. We like to go for the bad guys and the appearance and how fly he is, and, you know what I'm saying, we like to go for those guys. It's crazy because, like, believe it or not, those guys are either three places to this day. There's so many guys that are either rest in peace, they are dead, unfortunately, like, because that bad lifestyle catches up with you eventually. They are either in jail, you know, or they are either honestly not doing anything with their life. Like, I could think of so many guys right now in my head that were in high school. They were that guy. And now to this day, where are they? Living with their parents. Which ain't nothing wrong with living off your parents, okay, because I do live with my mom, but they're living off their parents. They don't have any goals. They don't have any ambitions. They're not doing anything at all positive with their life, but just chilling at home. Or they're living off a girl. Or these guys are also on drugs. That's another thing I want to say. They're either in jail, dead, or on drugs. There's so many people that I know that are in high school that were like super eye candies. The girls flocked to these guys, and they were in those 3 places to this day. So yeah, stay away from the bad boys. I would tell my younger self to wrap it up. I would tell my younger self to not fall for the peer pressure. You know, guys are going to tell you a number of things. They're going to sweet talk you and things like that. And I would tell myself, do not fall for it. Ladies, do not fall for it. Trust me. I would tell myself to stay, of course, on birth control. Wrap it up. Play it safe. You don't want a baby or disease, okay? And both of those 2 things are very, very real, okay? And as far as like babies, us women, we're going to be left alone to raise the kids if this guy decides to leave. So it's like you don't want to risk that, because you're going to risk your freedom, your time, and all that. And honestly, it's not worth it. So I would tell my younger self to make sure you wrap it up. I love my kids. I had my first daughter at 21, and still, even though I was 21 years old, it was still like I wanted to be free, you know? There was a sense of me that still, of course, wanted to be free. So yeah, I would tell my younger self, you have so much of a life to live, and you can have kids later. Lastly, I said the best for last. Oh my gosh, do not accept disrespect. Point where it's like you don't really know, like you want to leave, but you love this person, and either you are afraid to be alone. Like honestly, you're fighting with yourself, and you're fighting with that person too. So it's just like, honestly, I know you guys have been there to the point where it's like, you know, you should leave. And every single one of my relationships, I guarantee you, I should have left a lot sooner than I did. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect, but in all of my relationships, I should have left a lot sooner than I did. Like honestly, I really should have. So I don't know if I caught myself feeling like, I don't know if I don't want to be alone, or I felt like I owed my partner something, like I owed them to stay around and keep getting walked over for whatever reason. Or I was too afraid of seeing them with someone else, or you know what I'm saying, I don't know. I just like put up with a lot of crap from guys that I honestly shouldn't have. And if that person cared about me, or if that person cares about you guys, they would not continue to disrespect you and hurt you and just continuously do it. Like, no. I would tell myself, do not put up with the disrespect at all. Like, I know my self-worth now, and I knew my self-worth back then. I just feel like you get caught up, and it's like you find yourself in a place where it's like you don't even know how you got there. And you don't even know how I lasted so long, but you here. So yeah, and there's a tons of other things I would tell my younger self, but I'm gonna leave it at that. That was just really, really quick, something to, you know, get you guys' thoughts going. Make sure you guys comment down below one thing you would tell your younger self about relationships, one thing different you would tell your younger self. And let me know. I would totally be interested in hearing. And honestly, I hope this helps someone, and I hope you guys can relate to this, because I know I definitely can. I know we all have a past we would love to go back and change if we could, or honestly, I guess our past is all right or whatever, but there were things that we wish it could be like, hey girl, dip, run, don't look back. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys enjoyed this video on advice I would give to my younger self about relationships, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And like I said, don't forget to leave one comment. That's your challenge. Leave one comment you think would help someone else. What is one advice you would give to your younger self about relationships? But that is it. I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep, you guys, because it's totally like 1 o'clock in the morning. But I'm gonna see you guys later. Toodles.